What's up guys, Trevor with Ecommerce Paradise. Today I just want to talk about what are the best e-commerce platforms for 2026. And there's a few that I really like that I'm going to mention, and there's some other ones that are for certain types of businesses and people that I'm going to talk about as well. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, definitely subscribe to the channel, and you can join our Patreon for free for a limited time. Link is in the description. All right, let's get into it. So the first best e-commerce platform for most businesses, especially small businesses and solo entrepreneurs, is Shopify. Shopify is fully hosted, and they have everything built into one platform. Now, the coolest thing about Shopify is that there's lots of integrations with Shopify now. So a lot of suppliers have their catalogs fully integrated with Shopify, and you can integrate fully with all the shopping platforms and the marketplaces and things like that as well, really easily. And they have a huge app ecosystem and developer ecosystem, so it's just great platform altogether. And Shopify also is one of the most affordable platforms to start with. It's using my link in the description below. You can get $1 per month for the first 3 months. So it's only like $3 for 3 months, basically. And then after that, it's $39 a month for the basic plan. And that's just such a great way to go, because any other platform, you're going to probably be paying quite a bit more. So it is what it is. Shopify is still the best platform out there. I recommend it. It's just super easy to use. And it also scales really well. In the past, it was harder to make the scale, but now with all these apps and, it's more built out, they have built-in AI stuff to help you build your store. So Shopify just got a great way. It's a great way to get started. Of course, overall, in the long run, it's going to end up being a bit more expensive, probably, because you're paying monthly for all these apps and stuff like that. The biggest difference between like a platform like WooCommerce, which is self-hosted, you have to get your own hosting and then you put WooCommerce plugin onto it, where it's less expensive in the long run, is that, generally speaking, it's just the support. There's more support for Shopify. They have their whole system built in. They have Shopify payments, all that stuff. Now, WooCommerce does have support, but it's all kind of a community based. And it's also, depends on your hosting plan as well, like whether you go with GoDaddy hosting or Namecheap's easy WordPress hosting. There's a bunch of different hosting plans out there, but the thing is just to understand that Shopify is the host for Shopify, whereas with WooCommerce you're gonna have your own host. And WooCommerce is number 2. I wanted to mention WooCommerce just because WooCommerce is more customizable than Shopify out of the box. Shopify has a lot of customizations built into it, but they also gatekeep some of them for their higher tier Shopify Plus. So if you're like an enterprise e-commerce business and you're looking to move over to Shopify, Shopify Plus is definitely the one for you. Shopify Plus, you have to actually, work with the developer on it. There's a lot more stuff in Shopify Plus that you can customize, but it's not super beginner friendly. So just understand that. They have a whole ecosystem of developers though as well. So you can, definitely work with them on that. But Shopify Plus is like the enterprise level version of Shopify. WooCommerce is really cool because WooCommerce just requires a hosting plan and WordPress to set up. The initial plugin is free. So usually you can get like a WordPress hosting plan for like $10 to $20 a month, which is pretty cheap. And a lot of them offer like the first 30 days free or something like that. And it's super easy to get started, but there's a lot more customizations and stuff like that available. So it's good and bad, because the bad is that it's a little bit harder for beginners to start, but the good is that there's a lot more customizations available. So long term, they're great. Now you're gonna have to be paying for a lot of stuff to customize your website later on down the road, certain plugins, certain themes, things like that. But WordPress is constantly evolving, huge community. It is actually the biggest e-commerce platform used out there, just because of how it's open source and anybody can use it and customize it and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. WooCommerce is one of the best. I'm actually beginning to use WooCommerce again just because of how customizable it is as opposed to Shopify. So I'm doing that with my own stores now. But Shopify is still the best as far as for beginners go. Some other notable e-commerce platforms that you may have heard of or you might be curious about. Number 1, BigCommerce. BigCommerce is definitely for medium-sized businesses and bigger. They have a lot of customizations built in. It is a hosted plan. They're a bit more expensive, but again, it's something that medium-sized businesses are definitely going to appreciate and get more value out of. One of the easiest ones to start with for small creators, especially ones that don't have a whole lot of products to sell, is Wix. Wix is one of the best plans because Wix is kind of a drag and drop builder. It's super easy. You can't really scale it to like a big store, but if you're just like a single product brand or a small brand selling one product, or your creator, Wix is one of the best ones to go with, just for ease of use right out of the box. If you are a bigger business, another option is Magento, now known as Adobe Commerce. Adobe Commerce is definitely one of the most customizable platforms out there. It's enterprise level, so it's really just for these bigger businesses that have way more complex stores to build out and things like that. It's definitely going to help you because they have all these customizations available, but for most beginners, it's not really going to be useful. Okay, one more to speak of is Squarespace. Squarespace is really good, just again because they're for beginners. It's just really easy for them to use the platform to get started on it, and you can easily add products and make it so that the website is really, really nice looking really quickly. So it's mostly for like small personal brands, photographers, artists, things like that. Also like single product businesses or limited product businesses. Custom goods product sellers on Etsy can use Squarespace, for example. Maybe you have an Amazon, brand or something like that. So it's really easy to get started with that. But the number one e-commerce platform that I still recommend and I run for clients is Shopify. Shopify is the best. Link in the description below to get that $1 a month for their first 3 months plan option. So it saves you a lot of money for the first few months, and usually takes a little while to get going anyways. So it's definitely going to help you out there. So click that link in the description below and join our Patreon for free as well for a limited time and get in there. We have courses, we have books, we have a community on Discord, private community where you can speak directly with me and get advice and ask other members of the community as well. So definitely look forward to working with you guys and helping you guys out to build and scale your e-commerce business. Thanks so much, and let's see you in the next video.